Welcome back to the PT Graduate Podcast. Fantastic to see you here. My new guest today, Bobby Yang. How are you, Bobby?
Hi. Good, thank you.
Fantastic.
Very good.
Yeah. Glad to hear it. You're down in Hamilton, is that right?
That's right. Yeah, I'm based at Les Mills, Hamilton.
Yeah. Fantastic. How long have you been with Les Mills?
I start here in 2016.
Right.
Yeah. So I had about 6 years here. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So you've got an enormous history. You've got some experience of you were a sprint and hurdles coach, I believe.
That's right. Yeah.
Physical education.
Yeah.
Lecturing and currently PT.
Yeah. So long story. Just make it simple. I was one of the top sprinters long time ago. When I was 18, I never thought I'm gonna run like under 11s. And I did in the entry of university, sports university selection. And I did the entry. That was like boom, because nobody know me back then. So that's how I get into sprint. And 4 years competing national wise for my university.
Right.
And I start teaching. School asked me to stay and coach the team and stuff, and helping my old coach out. So that's how I got my job at the university. I was there, worked for 14 years.
Wow.
And I met my wife in Xi'an in China in 1999. So we got married in 2002, and we lived in China until we had a first baby in 2005. Then we came here, and then we went back again.
Okay.
It's just so complicated.
Yeah.
And I was still working at the uni, every some semesters. And one day they asked me if I, interested to be the ref for the Olympic Games in 2008. I said, yeah, because I was here already. And I was so excited. And I went back for the years, just work for the Olympic Games.
Fantastic.
To be the technical official there. And after that, I'm pretty much settled in New Zealand. And my first job took me over a year to find, because back then in Hamilton is only 16 or 17 gyms around here. And there's only 2 jobs in 1 year. I still remember that. And I grabbed one of it. And that's where I start in 2010. Yeah.
Right. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So what did you do between 2010 and 2000? Was it 16? You went to Les Mills? Yeah.
So I was working at the other gym. That's pretty basic, very friendly atmosphere, based in an industrial area. I don't know if it's okay to mention that gym or not, but it's probably better just push it away. Because and I was there and start like taking quite a long time to build up a client base, because first I'm Chinese, and I don't find very comfortable yet to coaching people in a second language. So what I can do is demonstrating, just demonstrate to get there. Then I try to figure out how can I draw more attention. So I start this little group training session in the morning with about 6 people to start, and I build up to about 12 people. And that group lasts me for about 4 years. Then that become my core group of people, because they're taking one-on-one session every second week as well. And so that works out quite well to, for new trainers, if anyone listens to that. So we have a combined with PT sessions every second week with group sessions. So they're paying one PT sessions a week, but actually they're training 2 or 3 times a week with me. So that works out for, good for both. And that's how I slowly built up. And it took me a long time to figure out how. And because it's very new. I've never been to a commercial gym in China back home, even when I'm teaching, because all the facility is belong to the school. You just go there, students will come, and it's easy. It's not easy, but you're not worried about marketing or how do you get your name there. You just work hard. You started do research hard, and people recognize you. And here it's like, and I don't find, because my background, the Chinese are always working together as a team, and Kiwis got really strong independent drive. And it's kind of, I was like, I'm here alone. I have to do marketing, I have to do training, I have to do research, I have to do like a study. didn't have much nutrition knowledge when I first came here. Roughly know how to manage. I not really focus on that a lot. Then I realized that the nutrition play a big role in the gym if you're taking it to a result for people to try to lose weight or get muscle. Then I pushed myself to did a 1-year postgraduate in performance nutrition, and then I start practicing like nutrition workshops and do free consultation with people. I don't really charge a lot for that part, but if they ask for a paper printed food plan, I might charge, but lots of stuff I just printed for free, give to people, and that fill up my gap as well. And the stuff my upskill is what I need at the moment. I feel like really strong. I need to go dig deeper in some sort of resource that to make me a stronger PT here. Okay. So over the years I did performance nutrition, first year postgraduate, the second master. I did another master paper for speed and agility training for youth group, like young athletes. But that didn't take much to my PT session. That's my personal interest, because I was going to before and very keen to help people to get faster on the field. It'll always be I think once something settled here, I don't have to worry about my income. I probably take more time to take it out for children and try to develop any kind of sports require agility and speed. I'm passionate about.
Definitely. Yeah. Fantastic. And so when you shifted from that original gym to Les Mills, did you continue doing the same sorts of things, or did your routine change?
In the other gym, I had a bit of trouble in the last year. I didn't have one new lease. That's pretty scary, because I was going quite steady for the first couple of years, and I think I did a good job from like scratch. I know nothing about PT. I did a course, and I know a lot about about anatomy and physiology from the teaching background, but no skills of that. But in the last year, they kind of the management kind of slightly changed. So they have their own PT, which is the paid PT. So I didn't get new leads. So I think I thought about that, and then some other change of business. They push like a CrossFit style training, take over all the gym floor, and all my clients, they're ready to leave because they just don't feel like, So that wasn't. I don't see my future in the next 1 or 2 years. I said I'm gonna have to go. And then that's why I decided to leave, and that's why I didn't mention that spot, because I still very precious. They feel like very thankful because they offer my first job in New Zealand. But it's just not when the problem is there, you have to find a solution to survive, right? So I left that gym and I went back to China actually, and took my family. I had 3 kids back then. I said, first thing is I want to work with the athletes again, because my school, we have like 2 national level team. One is a shot put, discus throw. We got really like high performance athletes there, and walking race team, under 14 national team. So they all training there. So I went back to be their nutrition consultant. So just for a little bit, and finish my paper as well. So that drives me back to China. Then before that, I contacted with Les Mills, and the manager said, whenever you come back, just give me a call. Then we start from there.
Fantastic.
So I came here, and I couldn't do the same setup like the other gym, because lots of people running group sessions, and the place already taken in the hour I want to, like in the morning. And I also find it's quite annoying, because we're all PT, we want to look after our business, but when PT running a group fit class, they take all the gears to the gear or the studio. Whereas the morning is really busy in the gym. I feel sorry for people looking for the gear. I just need the 12 kg dumbbells. I can't find any.
It's gone.
So yeah, just that in my mind, I said, I just don't want to do that. And yeah, it's fun. I find it quite hard where to start. But Lisbon's got the people pick up a good PT easily because we have so many PTs here, and it's always those fields are very, very busy. You can't just like, so we got a good environment here to grow the PT business, but you have to be pretty strong to stay in a game. Yeah. So yeah. So I start just one-on-one because I'm a Chinese. I start with 5 Chinese clients.
Okay.
And yeah, so then they build it up. Then the Kiwi clients start coming because they see what I do with these people.
Yeah.
And pretty quickly, I mean, about 20 clients in the first 2 or 3 months. It's that's the basic I need. Then on top of that, then I will start thinking to change my price, change my style of training, upskill, and what are the program I want to run. So yeah, I have my capacity because I got 4 boys. I have to look after them after school. So I tried not to go over 30 because it's physically I'm 50 next year, and I know I can still do a lot, but sometimes you just can't need the time to wind down. So I'm trying to give the quality session rather than lots of numbers. And
Good.
Yeah, so at the moment I'm running after the lockdown. The lockdown gave me a lot of opportunity to try different things. And I did a bit of outdoor training. Now I'm running a BNZ reboot camp. So there's random people coming outside in the park, and I have my Zoom sessions in the morning, 7 o'clock, all flat, and before that is my PT session in the gym. And I quite enjoy it because it's so different from we're doing the same thing over the year, like over 10 years before the COVID thing comes in. And it's challenging, but it's fun because you suddenly gain a lot of knowledge. And
it sounds like you've responded well to the challenge of COVID, and you've embraced it as a positive thing rather than a negative thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the last year, the lockdown, I had my goal, what I want to do already. So I want to do Animal Flow, the course, but was being canceled. I said, then they shift to online. I said, it's perfect because we're not prepared to work out at home. We don't have gear, what we're going to do. And then the first thing that come to me is Animal Flow. So I did the course during lockdown last time, and it works out perfectly. And it just keeps going and going. Now I'm running 1 or 2 class at the gym. Sometimes I make no money, but that's my passion. I want more people to get involved, and lots of the PT and staff here and doing it with me. And then I have enough one-on-one session with clients who wants to do Animal Flow, but I just at the moment I'm trying to push the small group class because there's a lower cost that people can come consistently. Then then I did a bit of a Zoom session as well in the first lockdown, but I wasn't too happy about that. It's just like a test. But I know all the kind of practice how to present online. I did a bit of nutrition sessions in English and in Chinese because I opened up the Chinese. Just give it a try because I got a guy over China there. They helping me. So you gotta make your name up there. I'll help you out. So we did about 4 nutrition sessions to China, and very little money to make, but it's just to things that you try. What's the possibility there? So I don't mean I enjoy lockdown, but I'm gonna have to turn it to a positive thing.
Exactly. You made the most of it. So I noticed when I was checking out some information on you that you're an Animal Flow regional leader. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
So
the regional
you
leader.
Things.
Yeah, so I organize other instructors get together. Most of the time I go into Auckland before lockdown. So we had a chat about how to run classes and how your clients going and how to get clients. Just focus on Animal Flow. Then we get together, we design the flow, we make a video, we put online. Just for people to to see what we're doing. And it's been quite fun, but very, very interestingly, and we had 4 people include me as 5 people, come very often. One, she's Dutch.
That test.
One lived in Dubai, but she's from Syria, and one from Australia.
Yeah.
One from Russia. None of us are Kiwis.
No Kiwis.
No Kiwis. But because I did the presentation in FedEx this time, and I know there are lots of people have the certificate, but they just job. I guess it happens to lots of us for PTs who upskill. Maybe you suddenly found it's not me, right? It's okay if you don't want to do animal flow, absolutely okay. But maybe it's something we need to be considering about before we put the 1,000 New Zealand dollar into some course. Is that really us? Because I chuck my CrossFit away. They give it up. I always want to do that and achieve that, and I just found it's not much of me anymore, you know.
So what was it that drew you to animal flow? What was the appeal? Because it's it's quite a different type of discipline, isn't it?
Yeah, very different. And I reckon animal flow should be performed every day, because what we doing every day is at the gym or outside. We run, we do weight training, and all the thing we did is to make the joints tight. Unless you're doing yoga, you do Pilates, maybe it's different. But people who do yoga and Pilates, they only do that. I found it's a really pretty unique group of people. But what I found animal flow for me is definitely increase the range of motion on the joints, and my posture is getting much better from doing animal flow, because it does train the awareness of which muscle you're working when you perform, a certain movements. And you kind of know how to open the sling and which sling you open it up. And like, for example, if you're doing a ape lateral traveling, and the range of motion your hip needed is more than a squat. You need to squat better to move like an ape. And it's quite amazing, because when we first started, it's just copy the movements, and the more you practice, the more benefit you feel. And I think for people come to the gym for 2 reasons. What I found, and that's what when I first came to the gym and working in the gym, I said, these people don't need me, and they only want to get big or want to get small. There's only 2 goals, because my sport is getting faster, or getting stronger, perform better. For me, it's more performance. The weight training is for the performance, right? It's not for the size or anything. It's very, very different from me. Then I think animal flow is the same. I don't look at it as a standalone exercise. I look at it as how can people benefit from that. If you do weight training, if you do sprint, if you're a fighter, lots of fighter, even like a baseball player, very famous guy, they play like warm up with the stretching movements from animal flow. On TV, I was watching them. That's animal flow. So they become like a very you don't have to do that, but if you do that, your performance get better. That's what I look at. It's still not a mainstream. They can't replace any weight training, and it can't even replace yoga, because it's so unique. It's how you move, it's how your range of motion change, and how the internal connections between your brain and your nerve and your muscle, how it works. So the more higher level you go, the more aware that what I'm doing is, how it benefit me. How can I translate it towards my clients if she's got this problem, and how can I fix that problem? So that's how I learn from animal flow. And I don't use it. I only train animal flow. I'm not that kind of trainer. So it's a good block that you can apply to people have problems.
So if somebody's stuck with their squat or stuck with a particular movement, you might shift them into a bit of animal flow, bring them back, and then that has worked the magic that you needed it to work, so they can perform a movement better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I found a lot improvement on squats by people performing like ape and ape ridge, because Kiwi don't squat. Chinese squat, like, yeah, Chinese squat 10 minutes a day. If you're going to the office, there's only a squat toilet you have.
Yeah.
You go to school, there's only a squat toilet you have.
Yeah.
So you go to toilet twice a day, that's 10 minutes you squat. That's why we build the squat ability.
Yeah.
You use it or lose it. Very basic. All the children, our children born when they start walking, they start squat. They all can squat. Human can squat, but we just lost it because we don't do it. Yeah. So I always believe that squat is the most important movements for me to check with my clients. Right. The first thing I do for the first session, show me how you squat.
Show me a squat. Yeah. That's brilliant.
Because it gave a lot of information about the ability of this client.
Of that body. Yeah. So I wanted to pick your brains a little bit about the Industry Fitness Awards. The PT of the Year. I know you were involved in that, and I wondered whether you were nominated by somebody or whether you put your hand up for that category.
I put my hand. I was thinking about that. Then I talked to Alistair, my boss. I said, should I try? I said, I've been in this industry for 10 years, and the first 5 years I wasn't ready, and I think in the last 5 years I'm growing. Even, I'm in this age, and it's not only the clients of number growing, it's like the ability of me to solve problem with the, each client coming to the door. And I feel like I have a solution with most of the clients, and I perform it quite well myself. So my boss said, how about I put your name up? So he did the paper, but we worked together a lot. And he gave me a lot of help because he's the education of the year 2 years ago. So you know all the process. So he helped me a lot and gave me the strength that I can do that, because I'm not sure should I do that or not, because I'm not really a person who wants to chase that, but I think it's quite good for motivate the people around me, because I've been working with a lot of trainers, and 80% of them are no longer in the industry.
Wow.
And I think they didn't hold it long enough. Or on the other hand, and we see other guy putting something online the other day, said, unfortunately, more than half of our people in our industry, PT is just their part-time job. And there's just a little bit of pocket money. So that's what I see. And for me to involve this, it's like I want to show people. It's very difficult for me from start coming to New Zealand as new immigrants, and I'm still speak Chineglish, and you know that. But
I like that.
But I can really work through that step by step, and I know what I need to achieve and how can I fill up my bucket to take to the mountain. So it's very, I love my young colleague around here, and I really want them to grow. And I often have a free session with them with Animal Flow and everything. I'm kind of person love to share, and I never thought they are competitors, because if you have a good team, you always push you to grow faster. I think that's that.
Sounds like you've got a good culture going on down at Les Mills there.
And Les Mills, that definitely is a place that push you grow, and you feel the pressure from other, but it's a very positive pressure. It's not like a very, very stressful pressure. And when Steve's doing better, how can I not beating him? Just do something as good as him, and that drives us to grow. And I wish people see that, but lots of people don't see that. They just see the business competitions rather than you need to be a good trainer to start with. You need to know your stuff and to perform better. Then you're thinking about the business. The business should look after itself once you are stronger inside, like in the head, in the heart.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And I think you've probably already given me some answers to the next question, which is tips. You've slid those into the conversation nicely along the way. But are there any others that have worked for you over the years or in the current role in terms of things that have worked well now, either technically or business-wise, tips for people?
For me, I think one thing I think I did really I did really good for the last few years. I have a budget of my upskill, but I have to be careful, really, because I did some courses really much. I thought it's gonna work because when you frustrated, like I did a sports massage, and in the end of the day, I'm thinking, I might enjoy doing massage. I mean, I can do it on my wife. She's happy with that. But is that really me? Because if my clients need it, I can put a bed on that. I can do that. But I didn't use it as as my tool that much. But other side, like Animal Flow, they really fill me up my gap. I feel like I'm passionate about because they solved a lot of problems. Like I can see with my clients. So the tips is always have budget. Upskill, upskill. They put the money there. Even like if you make less money, you spend $200. If you make 500, a little bit more, you put 500 away, or you put $1,000 away. And I think that's very important because it's a good kind of positive competition here. At least in Les Mills. And if you keep training people the same way, I mean, how boring is that? Even myself, I can't stand it after a couple of months using the same structure of training. And always be ready to solve problem. I think once our toolbox are filled up and we got more chance to fix other people's problem, I think then the business should look after itself, hopefully. What's the other thing for young people to walk into the door? You need to prepare at least 3 years and not struggling, but be with the people love to help. And I that's what I see at Les Mills. The top trainers always help the newcomers. But there are lots of young, we say like a turnover since I came the last 6 years, we probably have 30 trainers left already. So that's what I see. But I think another thing is really look at the people who have a part-time job, and with that, you better make a decision faster. Otherwise, we never grow. I think that's
I like that. Because you've got one foot in one camp, you've got another foot in the other camp. You're not probably doing either of them particularly well.
I still know one trainer. He still does his 2 jobs.
Wow.
I know him for 10 years, and in the other job, he's still a manager. Didn't move much, but his personal training business is shifting gyms. From here to there. And I don't think it helped with both. So make the decision as fast as it can, unless you really can handle the pressure.
That's great. That's great advice, Bobby. I really love those tips. Thank you. And the others that you added in along the way. So it's been great chatting to you, listening to your story, and hearing about your journey. And good luck with the awards, and keep in touch.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Rich.